Alrighty, guys, we are back. We're going to be going back live here full time and doing video recordings full time. I've taken the last couple days off to kind of get some things together. We were waiting on TikTok to figure its situation out as well. So we are back here everywhere as always. Appreciate y'all for watching this. We've got a lot to talk about today, a lot of ridiculous things to talk about in a sense of the weather world. We've got extremely dangerous fire hazards for the next 48 plus hours over in the LA area. Again, we're about to see probably some of the worst conditions we've probably seen out of this whole event, even compared to what we saw a week and 2 weeks ago with those areas over there. So we'll get to that here in just a second. We've also got on the bottom of your screen here, you can see winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, and winter storm watches from the Texas coastline, central Texas, all the way through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. And now we're getting new winter storm watches that are actually coming in as I'm making this video, and up into South Carolina and into the Florida panhandle for the first time in over 11 years. So we're making history with this winter storm down into the southeast this week. And we will be live covering this, guys, today, tomorrow. We're going to be going live this afternoon. We'll be live through the evening. We'll be live all day tomorrow. We'll be live all day Wednesday. We'll be here through this whole event covering this as always for you guys. I do want to go ahead and get to what's on your screen here. You can see the upper level water vapor imagery. You can see our subtropical jet stream that's going to be moving into the Gulf of Mexico this afternoon, which is going to allow for snow showers and our freezing rain and rain to start to develop later on around, I think, 6 p.m. after that this afternoon. Down into central Texas, this low will deepen, it will develop, it will move its way off the coast of Texas, Louisiana, and therefore add for a swath of snow, freezing rain, sleet, and rain off the coastline and through the southeast quadrant here along Interstate 10. So we've got a lot to get to. I'll get to those snowfall totals here. We'll get to the fire danger that we've got. We've got, once again, an extreme hatched risk for fire danger. This is the highest risk zone that the National Weather Service can issue. This is in place for today. This is in place for tomorrow. We've got relative humidity values that are at 5 to 15%. We've also got 100 plus mile an hour wind gusts that will be possible off the Santa Ana Mountain today, as well as into the valley areas. 50 to 60 mile an hour sustained winds and wind gusts are also going to be possible today. This is probably, like I said, out of the last 2 weeks of fire danger we've had, this is probably the worst that we're going to see over this next 2 to 3 days, and that is going to be because of this massive Arctic air mass that's moving down. Yes, you guys are dry and quiet over here in LA, but because of that jet stream that's moving down out of Canada and into the central half of the United States, it's going to allow for winds out of the northwest to flow southwest, therefore giving us the extreme threat for that fire danger. So any new fires that start, if there is anything that's still ongoing, this is going to allow for that widespread spread of fire to continue, and this could really make things worse if it does get out of control today. And we're still not 100% for all of these fires that are starting to get better at it, but we're still not 100% there, and that's my worry going into today and tomorrow, that's going to end. We also have PDS red flag warnings. This is a particularly dangerous situation here for LA County and Ventura counties, as well as the counties outside of that here. So Santa Barbara, you guys are in the Santa Clarita, Victorville, Riverside. This goes all the way down to San Diego. These are the highest red flag warnings you can get, basically meaning do not burn. Be very cautious that there could be evacuation orders if something breaks out again. This is that worst case scenario again for the California, like I said, the next 8 to 72 hours, and maybe past that point. You can see the water vapor imagery. You're like, is that rain? No, it's not rain. That's just the subtropical jet that's going to be flowing south of that. So we're not going to be getting any rain as of right now, really anytime soon. And you can actually see the dryness, guys. This is the dust, the winds that are coming in off of that low pressure system to its east wall up here. So that's another way that we can really see what we're going to be happening, or what's going to be happening over the next little bit. Now, I want to go ahead and get to what we're going to be talking about here. I'm going to run through just the HRRR model in this video to show you guys that snowfall potential, as well as everything else. And then when we're on stream this afternoon, we'll model diagnosis and go from there. We do still have some ongoing snow showers up here in portions of Oklahoma and southern Kansas. This would be very light accumulation. If anything, there is very, very cold air that is in place across the majority of the United States at this point. That's why we're going to get our first historic winter storm starting tonight through tomorrow and into Wednesday and Thursday. And we're starting to see models kind of shift more now northwest up here towards the Carolinas. Like I said, we'll go over all that this week, but take a look at this map, guys. We've not had winter storm warnings in place like this over a decade for a lot of these places. Texas may have had some here and there. Louisiana and Mississippi. I mean, we are talking the beaches, guys. We're not just talking about, in past situations where, if you're along the beach down in like Tallahassee or Apalachicola, it's going to be a rain line where you guys see rain instead of snow. We are expecting 3 to 5 plus inches of snow in Tallahassee, Apalachicola, New Orleans, possibly up to 8 inches. Lafayette, Lake Charles area, that's going to be the hardest hit areas that we think with these totals, anywhere from 5 to 8, maybe plus inches. For some people, Houston metro area, maybe looking at 1 to 3 inch range, and then west you go. We'll have a little bit of uncertainty with those totals, but we'll go ahead and walk you guys through what we're seeing here on the latest HRRR model run, and you can see this area of moisture that's going to be moving in. We do expect freezing rain changeover in San Antonio, Austin, so a little bit of that icing is going to accumulate later on between 7 p.m. tonight. We'll see snow showers start to break out over here in East Texas, maybe as well into the College Station area. If you're under winter weather advisories or winter storm warnings, please be mindful. Your time is running out. If you haven't prepped now, you're kind of already in that dwindling effect where we're going to start to see stuff happen in the next 4 to 5 hours. Snow transitions over from freezing rain slash sleet around midnight tonight. We'll start to see snowfall bands set up, and where the heaviest of these snowfall bands set up will be where we see those highest totals. And it could be just north of I-10, maybe south of I-10. We're starting to see maybe more of a mixing down here towards Houston. So this is going to cause a mess, guys. I don't think the power grid in 2021 is going to get wiped out. I've had a lot of people ask me that. I think we have done a lot more improvements on that as far as things go with that. You guys can also see we are getting winter storm watches now in North Carolina, so this could be going up the beaches as we make this video this afternoon. But freezing rain and sleet and a mix transitioning over to all snow by early Tuesday morning. Now we're getting heavier snowfall. We could be seeing snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches an hour from Houston Metro through Baton Rouge, Lafayette into Lake Charles and New Orleans by early morning. And then we could see that start to push its way out by lunchtime. It's a quick moving system. Once it gets going, all snow for New Orleans, Mobile, Dothan, Alabama, getting into portions of Tallahassee. And then, guys, this is going to go up the East Coast, and we're going to see snowfall from basically Tallahassee, freezing rain into Gainesville, Jacksonville, all the way up through Wilmington, Jacksonville area. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a historic storm. No matter whether you get 1 inch of snow plus 8 inches of snow, wherever that is at, this is going to be historic because we don't see this happen very often. That's the biggest thing that I want to tell you guys is if you're not prepared, you're running out of time. You should be getting, everything. You should be grocery store shopping. That should have already been done. As far as this event goes. Now, there's a little bit of uncertainty on what's going to happen up as far as northern or central Mississippi, central Alabama, and into central portions of Georgia. We'll kind of watch and monitor that situation through tomorrow and see what happens with that. But like I said, as you guys are seeing, they are now extending winter storm watches and winter weather advisories up into South Carolina and North Carolina, as like I said, as this video is being made for you guys. But as far as that goes, a very, very quick moving system, going to have very major impacts as it's happening. We'll get to these snowfall totals here on the HER model run. You can clearly see where we're going to expect to see, not a lot of snow maybe on the HER model run here. The GFS and the Euro have a little bit different solutions, and we'll get to that on the stream today. But maybe up to an inch of snow from Houston, North College Station. You can really see where those heaviest snowfall totals are going to be, and that is the League City, Galveston area along Interstate 10, south of Interstate 10, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, guys. You guys can see over 5+ inches of snow for the first time since we're talking the early 90s. Doesn't happen that often. So enjoy that snow. If you've got snow days, I know there will be snow days in place. Make sure y'all get out, enjoy that snow. Be safe if you are having to go out in this. It's not going to be fun. And then we do see a 3 to 5 inch swath of snow from Mobile up through Tallahassee into Dothan, Alabama, and then maybe starting to get a little bit more uncertainty as we get up into Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. So, like I said, guys, this is just going to be what we talk about today. I'm not going to go anything in depth. We'll talk more in depth on the stream on everything else. I wanted to get a video out to you guys to let you guys know what's going to be happening. We are going to be live streaming here in the next little bit. If you are watching this later on, we're more than likely already live streaming. Come in, ask your questions, share this out. Let's get the word out to people. Let's keep people safe. We're going to be covering the whole entire event, guys. We will be in winter coverage mode. So I will see you guys all on the stream. Be safe, be weather aware, be smart. Don't drive if you don't have to. We will see you guys in the next. Bye, y'all.